Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen and today we're doing some Christmas thrift DIYs. This first one, it was a brand new item I found at our Goodwill outlet store. And I say it's an outlet, technically it's not, but at the same time it kind of is. This was originally priced at $5.29, but I picked it up for $2.29. I love a good cutting board because honestly you can use this for any sort of holiday and I can always sand it down and reuse it for a different one if I chose to, and I think $2.29 is a steal for that. This was a super thick piece as well, but I did need to sand it down. It was just so much easier painting that way. I started out by using 2 coats of the Waverly chalk paint in white. I am just adding some painter's tape to this because I did want the bottom to be a different color. I thought with Christmas, I just love adding any sort of red because normally I do have a lot of boring colors I like to use as far as some blacks, grays, whites throughout the rest of the year. So I thought that while I do holidays, I really need to use a ton of color, and red is just my favorite color, obviously, to use for Christmas time. It is Christmas, it makes sense. I grabbed this gingerbread from Hobby Lobby, original price $3.99. It was half off, so I only paid $2 for it. And I'm just taking off that top so I can glue it to this cutting board. I just use my Cricut to cut out this decal. This is what it normally looks like. I didn't want the gingerbreads, but maybe down the road I will, so I did just go ahead and save that. But I wanted the gingerbread bakery along with that cakes, pies, candy, and cookies. I always use a Cricut vinyl, Cricut transfer tape. I have used others in the past. Some of the Hobby Lobby, I don't even really know what kind it is from Hobby Lobby, but they all kind of seem to work pretty similar, but I just really love the Cricut transfer tape, so that is what I always use. Decals were added. I just went ahead and added this bow. Now I picked up some of these on Amazon and I use this multiple times because I make so many crafts, so I do kind of break them down a lot and reuse items off of things. So if I decide I don't want this, I will definitely take that gingerbread off along with the bow again and just reuse this for something else. But I think this turned out so cute. These galvanized canisters, especially if you can reuse them multiple times. This one was original priced at $5.29, and obviously it was from Michael's once upon a time for $12. So the thing I did with this was just pull out all of those flowers. It was a really cute fall display possibly, but I just didn't like any of them, so they all had to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a Chalk Couture silkscreen transfer, silkscreen stencil, whatever you prefer to call them. But I love this one. This is the North Pole candy cane. I have used this multiple times in videos. I have used this for multiple crafts this year. I did a couple signs for a craft show I recently did. A lot of people have asked if you've seen that I did a craft show last month, how it went. It honestly went terrible. The foot traffic was awful. Nothing was selling, but it was still pretty fun. It was only my second craft show I did. I will be doing one this weekend. So wish me luck on that one. But I love using these transfers. Like I said, I've used this multiple times. You can use them over and over. And I just went ahead and used the black chalk paste. I was thinking red, but honestly, black just seems to always look better with galvanized. It did kind of bleed a little bit, and you can just wipe that away. And then I just ended up adding some florals into this that match for Christmas time. And I think this one is super cute. I also like that I can always wipe away this chalk paste on this galvanized piece and use it for a different craft if I decide to down the road. found at Goodwill was this Ray Dun book, and I loved it, but it did have a nice crack down the side, and it looks like it was probably from TJ Maxx. And I only paid, I think, $3.29 for this one. But I did just kind of flip it over because it was in such great shape, except that crack down the other side. So I could make this reversible if I chose to. I didn't really want to ruin it. I didn't paint it. I just added a decal. I am not sure what font this is, and I will look it up and link it down below, or just add it down below for you guys, because I don't have a clue. I'm honestly going to have to go through my Cricut. I thought I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't even have a clue. But I just did Gingerbread Bakery. I found this super cute ornament from Walmart, and I'm just taking the little hanger off, which is super easy. They're just little eye hooks, so they just come apart by twisting it. And then I'm just gluing it down to everything that this came with. Like I said, this was just a really quick DIY and craft to do. Have so many signs and so many chalkboards that it is insane. My garage is absolutely full of them, so I'm really trying to do a ton of signs and use them up, and I really don't know any other way to do a chalkboard sign than to make it into a really cute Christmas or fall or some sort of seasonal, so these can be put away, because I do not have the wall space for a million different signs, and I'm sure nobody else does too. But if you make them into seasonal, then you can have as many as you want. I'm using this Chalkature transfer. I love this one. This one was from last year or maybe the year before, but you can use them multiple times. I think that's what I really love about using them, is I can purchase these, and yes, they cost a little bit more, but honestly, they have some crazy, crazy sales, and that is when I buy all of mine, is when they're on sale. Also, they do have different like perks and different memberships and things like that that only cost $20 a month, and then they give you a $20 credit on their site, which I think is a really great deal. Plus, you get 30% off. There's just so many different ways that you can save a ton of money with Chalkature, and you're not obligated to stay with them for years on end. Or you can just purchase and just wait for their sales, which are awesome right now. So I will link them down below too. But anyways, I'm going to use a few different colors, and that's another thing I love about Chalkature, is that you can just customize these to however you like, and then you wash them, and then you reuse them, and then they can be a whole different transfer later down the road. The transfer was kind of small on here, and I did know that, and I just decided to add some extra gingerbread men that I had laying around. Now that one is from, I want to say Family Dollar. My Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are connected to one another. And then these smaller ones are from Amazon. And then that top gingerbread on the right-hand side was from Dollar Tree last year. I don't know how I know where all these things come from at all times, but I don't shop at very many stores. So normally I know exactly where everything came from. This did look very plain, so I just added some greenery. I have a bag of greenery that I have just ripped apart and reused multiple times. And then this bow with this gingerbread, that was just from a different craft I tore apart, but that gingerbread man is from Hobby Lobby. It's just a little sticker, and then I know that bow was from Walmart. 25 cents for this from a yard sale a while ago, and I tried to clean it up, and this is kind of just what it looks like. I really considered on painting it, but I just thought it would just take away from how cool this looks. Like, regardless of the flaws that it does have, I still thought it was super cool, and I just could not ruin it by painting it. I'm using this transfer. This is also from Chalkature. And if you guys don't even have any like love for chocolate chewing, you think it's stupid. And I'm not even saying stupid is in like a mean way, but you think like paying the amount is stupid. They do have a ton of really cool transfers on Amazon as well. And the prices are pretty decent. So I can link some Christmas ones that I found that were really cute down below. So there's always different options for everybody. No matter what your price range is when it comes to crafting, it can be super affordable. Obviously, I'm using a 25-cent tray for this. But I love it. I think this still looks super cool. And then I'm just reusing some greenery and some berries and all the things. And I just kind of tied them up so they would stay in place. And I'm just gluing them along the edge. And then I decided, since it says Candy Cane Co., to add some of these really cute candy canes. And these are from Amazon. And I think they are just polymer clay. Guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!